Great Thursday evening, friends. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Everett in the King 5 newsroom, and it was the warmest day of the year so far, and perfectly fitting for the first day of May. We got temperatures that got into the upper 70s and even some lower 80s across the region. I'll tell you more about that in a moment, but first, let us just celebrate the day that we had today. Some gorgeous live looks over top of Bellingham Harbor. I'm recording this just after 6 p.m. on Thursday evening, and as you can see, the sun nowhere near the horizon in Bellingham. In fact, it'll be setting well after 8 o'clock tonight, 8:22 if memory serves correctly. Here's a camera we haven't looked at for a while, Hurricane Ridge, where most of the snow has melted. Even in the upper peaks of the Olympics, that snow is melting very quickly up there. So spring definitely taking a foothold over the region, and temperatures today looking and feeling a lot more like summer than spring. 63 is the average for this time of year, so you can see Tacoma was 10 degrees above that. We had 77s in Bremerton, Shelton, Puyallup, Olympia, and Chehalis. Even Hoquiam was 73 degrees today. We saw 74 in Wenatchee and 74 in White Pass. Wow. So just in case you're wondering, we are still quite a ways away from summer. In fact, today marks 50 days until that day where we get 16 glorious hours of daylight. The sun will rise at 5:11 a.m. It will set at 9:10 p.m. These are the days that we dream of in the depths of winter when the sun's setting around 4 p.m. It was t-shirt weather out there today for sure, and May started on a warm note. And as I mentioned, the warmest day of the year so far by a couple of degrees. Cooler and wetter going into the weekend. In fact, it looks like Saturday could be well below average. I'll show you that number in a moment. But if you didn't get an opportunity to get out and take advantage today, don't worry. There's more warm weather expected next week. So here's what your 7-day forecast looks like. A bit of a bounce. In fact, we call this basketball weather. It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. On Friday, we'll dial it back a little bit. We'll see some more cloud cover and some showers that'll move across the region from south to north as we go through the afternoon and into the evening. Saturday, a cold front passes through, and yeah, that's a real number. It'll drop us down to 55. And then on Sunday, there will still be a few remnant showers, but we'll start that rally that'll put us back into the low 60s. And there it is. On Tuesday, it looks like we could get into the mid 70s once again, with some room temperature weather expected the day after that on a Wednesday. Here's what we're looking at in the big picture is a big ridge of high pressure across the entire Northwest. So Idaho, Oregon, Nevada, parts of Utah, just clean, clear, and warm. Meanwhile, across the eastern portion of the country, wow, big storm pushing into the north and east. In fact, my sister in Toronto just getting hammered right now, and I'm seeing some rotation from some of those cells down towards Texas as a lot of that cool air and warm air is mixing. Meanwhile, this ridge of high pressure looks like it's going to stay in place overnight tonight for a very mild evening out there. If you want to get out and do virtually anything, you should be fine. Now, as we go into Friday, we'll see that system moving in here. So clouds and a few scattered showers that will manifest as some way high elevation rain off towards our north. Snow off towards our north. And then Saturday into Sunday, a few remnant showers before that ridge rebuilds, and it looks like starting Monday to Tuesday and Wednesday, again, it looks like we're going to see some warmth there that should last into late next week. Putting the future into motion here, again, it looks like the sunset will be marvelous tonight. We go overnight tonight and into tomorrow morning, we'll start to see some of that marine layer stratus pushing in along the coast, so it'll be kind of a cool and foggy start there, with maybe a few drizzles raining down towards Westport. And then as we go through the afternoon, by the time the kids are getting out of school, we'll see a lot more of that cloud cover there. Rain will be fairly steady along the coast and the northwestern tip of the Olympic Peninsula, and then on Friday evening we'll see some of those showers that again will drive up from the south to the north, but it looks like it'll give Puget Sound a miss, at least in the short term. It's not going to be until the way overnight hours that we'll see some of that rain pushing a little bit closer towards Puget Sound. Meanwhile, some heavier and steadier rain off towards Yakima, Wenatchee, and the northern portion of the state, which is actually kind of fantastic this time of year. If we can get some water down in those spots that are usually drier, that's fantastic. Overnight temperatures tonight will be very mild. We're talking about some 40s and 50s compared to the 30s and 40s what we were tracking yesterday, so looking pretty good there. High temperatures tomorrow, again, will be slightly cooler than they were today, but look at that, 72 in Marble Mount, 73 in Diablo Lake. We'll see 70 in Oso, 71 in Gold Bar. Down towards the south, a little bit cooler, ironically, 67 in Enumclaw, 63 at Snoqualmie Pass, and way down south, Tenino gets to 66, 68 in Eatonville, and And even Longview and Castle Rock, that are normally quite warm this time of year, will be sitting in the upper 60s. Looks like along the coast, it's going to be cloudy, foggy, drizzly, so we're talking some mid-50s from Ocean Shores all the way through Neah Bay. Even a little bit further inland, it'll be a bit on the chilly side. 60 in Port Angeles, 59 in Port Townsend, and 63 in Shelton. 7-day forecast shows us cooling down. Unfortunately, the timing's not great. It looks like Saturday will be one of those indoorsy days. Sunday's a little bit more user-friendly if you want to get some stuff done. And again, as we saw earlier, it looks like Tuesday and Wednesday we will bounce back up into a very warm and wonderful place. So again, if you missed it today, don't worry. There's more warm weather on the way, and we are 50 days away from the beginning of summer, even though it already feels like it out there. Stay hydrated. Make sure you got some sunscreen on. Make sure you make those changes this weekend and bring the long sleeves back out and get ready for more warm weather next week. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you again soon.